So do you want to find yourself a decent but cheap rifle stand? You know, something to help you do your pellet selections, your zeroing, setting up your rifle, putting your scopes on. Yes, they can cost a fortune, but yeah, I've gone and brought one of these. It's a Savage Island gun stand. Got it on Amazon, £30. Actually, not too bad. Here's a full review coming up, see what you think of it. Right there YouTubers, and welcome to another video by Ergonology. It's Steve here, aka Catanonia, and on this channel we do a whole load of video reviews on air rifles, air pistols and technology. So if you stumbled across us, you're new here, hit that subscribe button, check out our other videos, leave us some comments and let us know what you think. Also, don't forget to check out the video description down there where I'll leave a link to our Facebook group where you can ask any other questions. So why am I outside on this lovely autumn day at the moment, and hopefully, so apologies for the noise, but I'm out here and I'm surrounded by rifles. I've got FXs and all sorts just out of shot here. But the main reason I'm out here is for this, and this here is the Savage Island gun rest. Now, a lot of you out there will have your own gun rests, but a lot of you won't. And you know that I've been doing a lot of my YouTube reviews using sandbags and pillows to do my accuracy testing, pellet testing, which probably isn't the best way of doing it. So I thought it was about time I got serious, got real, did it professionally in a way, and get myself a gun rest. Unfortunately, I'm a tight-fisted git, and I don't really want to go and spend hundreds and hundreds. And I've seen a couple of my subscribers, when I visited them, had one of these, and this is the Savage Island gun rest. And they thought they were pretty good. So I had a quick search around. I'm an Amazon Prime member, and lo and behold, £30 delivered. Wow, brilliant. Can't really go wrong with it. So I thought, I'll tell you what, I'll take one for the team. I'll go and buy one myself and I'll do a review on it and tell you what you think. And if it's any good, then you get the chance to go and basically, minimum risk, try it yourself. So it turned up within one day, and it turned up all flat packed, and straight away I was actually quite impressed. It looks like it's inch metal tubing on here, nicely powder coated, painted, so it's not going to rust. Everything's nice and chunky on it as well, and it came in two major parts. It came in the bottom T-section part here. I'll just bring this to this camera here so you can see. Bottom T-section part here, which has adjustable screws for leveling on here, and then it came with the top part, which is where the rifle actually sits in. Two parts in a flat pack box, and then there was this part that was third part that comes out, which all you do, that's the front rest for the rifle. So literally you just put that on through there. Nice big chunky screws on it, really impressed with that. Literally it's just a matter of putting it all together like so, and straight up. You get the front rest on it, that's filled up with some beams in there, and you get the rear rest on here as well, which you can remove if you want to and just put the rifle straight through. I leave it there for the butt plate, it's quite nice. Literally then you just tie it all put it all together, bolt it together. There's a spring in the center and an adjustment knob, and basically as you move that adjustment knob, what happens is the elevation moves up and down with the tension of the spring. That's simple, and that's all it is. So how does it all work? Well, it's not going to be that exciting. It is a gun rest, so how can I liven this up a little bit? Well, let's showcase some rifles. So let's start off and put a Brocock on here. So this is a Brocock Compato that I've got, and it's also got the ATN 4K scope on there, which I'm reviewing, so keep watching. Subscribe to the channel, it's coming up soon. Yes, I've got one, proper review, no holds barred. Drop that in there like so, and that sits quite nicely. It is touching the bottom here a little bit. It does wobble a little bit, but this is supposed to be a universal stand, so it's not going to fit every single rifle perfectly, but I think that's pretty smart. Let's just push that off to an angle so you can see that properly. So now I can sit here and I can work on my rifle, work on the scopes, do what I want, clean it, whatever I need to, without having to worry about it. And that's the whole point of it. The other point as well is that when I'm doing zeroing, I've got a stable platform. I'm taking out all of the human error. So this really does aid when you're doing your zeroing. When you're doing your pellet selections for which rifles, which pellets you want to use, that, of course, that really works because you're taking the human error out of it all. And if you're doing reviews like I am, then obviously that does help, because then it makes the accuracy a lot better, and it means it's taking the human error out. But it's really nice. The Brocock fits in there quite happily, and I've been using that quite a lot recently. It's really nice. But let's take the Brocock out. Let's put something else in it. So, what else have I got? I've got my cricket here. Now my cricket, I normally under sling, I normally put my IR torch on there. I don't know if we can make that out, but I've had to take that off to get this on. So here's my cricket. So this is a proper bullpup on there, and that sits beautifully. Actually, that's really nice. That's good and snug on there. I can come in, I can change the adjustments and level it up and down so I can get my elevation. That's really nice. The trigger, I'm all right there. Sometimes you do find that your finger gets a little bit close to the screw here for the elevation, but yeah, that's nice. It fits in there nice. That is really snug in there. So that's going to make life much easier. So there's quite an extreme bullpup. Let's put a springer in there. So this is my first ever rifle. This is me and BSA Tactical Lightning. Let's just drop that in there, and that just fits perfectly. And, you know, there's nothing touching there. That's nice and secure. It's in. Yeah, that's perfect. I can play with the scope. I can tidy. I can clean it. Do what I want with it. Yeah, absolutely no problems with that one at all. What else we got here? We have FX Verminator. Let's try that. Verminator, and I'm trying to use as many different rifles that I've got around the house at the moment for review, and yeah, again, that fits in nicely. You can get in there, nice zero in. It's nice and stable. Now when you're using this, you'll have to obviously move it left and right for windage to get it absolutely where you want it, but then you've got the elevation here. Now sometimes you will find that some rifles, depending on the shape of them, you may actually get your fingers sort of like stuck between the adjustment dial here, and sometimes you might have to change your grip a little bit. It's just the way the fact that is these are universal stands. You're going to get that with quite a lot of stands unless you have separate front and back ones on here. But nice and simple, that works. And let's just get one more out. Yeah, let's get the big baby out here. Look at that, FX Crown. Beautiful black pepper stock on that, on loan by Eric's for me to review it, carbon bottle. Absolutely stunning rifle by FX, but that again fits in there, absolutely beautiful. So you can get this all zeroed up, check it all out, clean it up, put all your toys in, make sure everything's nice. So absolutely fantastic. I do like it. So what do I think about the stand itself? Well, number one, simple, it is cheap, very cheap, 30 quid delivered if you're Amazon Prime, a little bit extra delivery if you're not. Turns up the next day, and its self-assembly took me 10 minutes. Absolutely easy. It's lightweight as well, so you're not lugging a 50-pound metal hump of metal around with you. Very lightweight. It's universal, so it'll fit anything on there. There are a few negative points with it. You know, at the end of the day, I have heard reports of people saying that the front section wears out with bean bags. Sometimes it's not made of the best quality, but it looks okay at the moment. It depends on how much you use it, how much you abuse it, but it seems okay. Sometimes people are saying that the rear part here, because it's sprung metal, that sometimes you have to close it together because it starts sometimes separating and opening up. Personally, I've not had that problem yet on there, but for the price, £30 compared to some of the others, you know what, I could buy 3 of these quite happily and still not cover the cost of one of the more expensive ones out there. So I'm actually suitably impressed. I think it's built together, it's put together well. For the price, I don't see the point in spending an absolute fortune on it. Certainly helped me with more of my accuracy and sorting out the rifles on there. It's fitted every single rifle that I've tried with it so far. Some to different degrees of success, but none of them I've not been able to do that. So yeah, I'm super impressed with it. So I think it's pretty good. It's certainly worth a go. Check it out. If you are in the market for getting yourself a gun rest but you don't want to spend an absolute fortune, then check out Savage Island. As usual, I'll leave the links down below. You can check them out on there. Have you got one of these? What do you think of it? Let me know. I'd be really interested. Leave the comments down below. Also check out some of these other reviews that I'm leaving around for you. Consider being a Patreon, donate, the usual stuff like that. And don't forget our Facebook group. Again, the links are down below. So catch you on the next video, and I'm hopeful this was useful for you and could make a really good Christmas present for the other one.